Hi, today we'll be talking about forces and motions. My name is Sean. My name is Alyssa. My name is Maya.
My name's Chris.
Please give us an A.
Yeah, we don't.
There are different ways to describe motion, such as the different types of speed, time, and distance. Speed is how fast an object is going. Distance is how far an object has traveled. And time is the amount of time it took to take the object to reach its destination. There are multiple types of speed, such as instantaneous speed, average speed, and constant speed. Instantaneous speed is when you are in a car and you look at the speedometer, so it is the speed at any given moment in time. Average speed is the total distance of an object divided by the time it took to cover that distance. The constant speed is constant. It is a speed that doesn't vary. An example of constant speed is if someone were to have driven in a car at the same miles per hour throughout the whole drive.
Net force is when two or more forces act upon an object at the same time. In this example, the net force is 0 because the forces are balanced. In this example, the net force is positive because on this side there's two forces and on this side there's one. And since it's positive, the two forces would push farther than the one force, making this positive. In this example, the net force is a combined force because, as you can see on this side, there are two forces. On this side, there are no forces, which makes this a combined force.
Next is force. Force is an affected object to be pushed or pulled in a certain direction.
Air resistance or drag is a force acting opposite to the relative motion of an object moving with respect to the surrounding fluid. This can exist between two fluid layers or a fluid and a solid surface, and this is air resistance. Have you ever asked the question, what is friction and how does it work? Well, friction is the resistance that one surface or object encounters when moving over another. There are multiple forms of friction: static, rolling, sliding, and fluid. Static friction is a force that keeps an object at rest. It must be overcome to start moving the object. Once an object is in motion, it experiences kinetic friction. Friction is a force resting the motion when the body rolls on a surface.
Yeah.
Fluid friction is the internal resistance to flow, which is named viscosity. And last but not least, sliding friction is the resistance created by two objects sliding against each other.
Let's start with Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion states an object in motion stays in motion, or an object at rest stays at rest until an unbalanced net force acts upon it. This law is also known as the law of inertia because inertia means the tendency of an object to resist any change in its motion. Newton's second law of motion is a net force acting on an object causes the object to accelerate in the direction of the force.
Yeah.
Newton's third law of motion is for every action or force there is an equal and opposite reaction or force.
First, I'm going to start with velocity. Velocity is the speed of something going in a given direction.
Positive acceleration is when an object is speeding up. So it is when someone starts to pedal a bike or a plane begins to take off.
When an object is slowing down, the acceleration is in opposite direction of the velocity. This may cause a negative acceleration.
Next up is gravity. Gravity is the force that attracts a body toward the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass. Then there is weight. Weight is a body's relative mass or quantity of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force. Then there is projectile motion. Projectile motion is a predictable path traveled by an object that is influenced only by the initial launch speed, launch angle, and the acceleration due to gravity. Last, there is centripetal force. The centripetal force is the force that acts on a body moving in a circular path and is directed towards the center around which the body is moving. An example of this is planets orbiting around the sun.
And this is our
My name is Chris.
Net force is when two or more objects. Oh my gosh, I need to start over again.
1 hour of this.